Hello everybody. This is my greenhouse. This is also my very first video on this channel. My name is Corbin and I am an orchid collector from the Tampa Bay area in Florida. I grow a variety of orchids, but my main focus is on the species being the ones you can find in the wild, of course not taken from the wild. And I don't have too much in bloom right now, but I did recently get this greenhouse put up for my plants for winter. I've been growing for about 1.5 years, since last May. This here is Cycnoches rochesonii, a very popular Cycnoches. My main focus in orchids right now is the genus Cycnoches. And for the most part, Cycnoches come from, guess you would call it Southeast Asia. So the Thailands, Indonesia, parts of India, areas like that. And there's a huge variety. There's hot growers and there's cool growers. There's ones that need rest and ones that do not need rest. And here in Florida, really the hot growers is where you should be, because in the summer it does just get too hot for the cool growers. There are a few that are hardier than others. However, they don't prefer the hot weather. And if it works for you, great. I am currently trying out Cycnoches cristata. I believe it's also called the White Queen. And she is right here, this little one, trying to survive. She struggled very much through summer. There's a new growth starting again now that the temperature has cooled off. And hopefully she'll take off. But it's been a bit of a struggle through summer. Obviously, I have Vandas, Vandaceous types. I don't actually have that many orchids in the genus Vanda. And there's no real reason for that. It's just I find myself going more towards the unique looking blooms, like a Trichoglidis fasciata, which is this long skinny one here. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with those larger blooming Vandas. They are beautiful. They just don't appeal to me. One of my favorites in the Vandaceous types are Rhynchostylus retusa, which I have right here. That gave me a beautiful, beautiful spike. This is actually albiform, and I can't wait for it to bloom again. The fragrance was very nice. It was like kind of spicy, but more like a mild soap. And back here on this table is kind of like miscellaneous. I have a Phragmipedium right there. I have a couple of bulbos. I have Dendrochilum here, and it looks really bad. I bought it that way over 1 year ago. I think possibly it had spider mites before the vendor had bought it. No new growths that come out like that, so I'm going with it. And then I have some miscellaneous on this section. I have Oncidium cherry baby in the back, that one. Have an acineta, another collagenate, and then kind of like all here hanging, and down here are my dendrobiums. And I have a lot of dendrobiums that don't take rest, and then I have a couple that do take rest. So what I did was I tried to separate them so that when I water, I don't give too much water to the ones that are resting for the winter, because they can take a little bit of water, but they really would prefer to be dry. Otherwise, there's the chance of rotting them out because they're not in active growth, so they don't need as much water. And that would be like these back here. That leaf looks really bad, but it's about to fall off because it is starting to go dormant. But my ones like this huge, sorry that was a little fast, like this huge Dendrobium chrysotoxum right here. Smells like honey. It is one of my favorite species dendrobiums. This one here does not really take a rest. It doesn't actively grow through winter, but it doesn't want to be completely dry either. Okay, then on this little section, I have most of my Cattleya. I have a Maxillaria, but that's not considered a Cattleya. It's just right there for the light. I have some species, I have some hybrids, but like I said, I'm drawn more towards the species in that more simple, not so big and flashy bloom. And then on this table, which is the most exciting right now because I have blooms and buds, are my Catasetum types. And we're gonna take a close up on that. Okay. So right here, this spike that I'm showing you is the witchcraft orchid. And then we're gonna skip the one in bloom. We're gonna follow this down, down, down. This beautiful spike, so many different colors, silvers and purple and red and brown. It really is just a beautiful spike. This is a Catasetum sulcatum, a species, and if you don't know, most Catasetums, practically all of them are from Central and South America. I think actually all of them are. And then this one that's in bloom that we are all looking at, beautiful, beautiful orchid, is Cycnoches Cooperi. And you say that like you're sick and then no keys, so Cycnoches. This is such a beautiful, beautiful species. This is on the darker side of the spectrum. They can actually be all the way into almost a green color. And this is native to northern Peru and parts of Brazil. However, I got mine from Sunset Valley Orchids in California. And it really is very beautiful, elegant. I mean, look at that column right there. It's amazing. The fragrance on it is different. It's kind of spicy and a little sweet. And when I say spicy, I don't mean like hot sauce. Kind of like cinnamony clove. And then it has almost like that signature Cycnoches. When you think of Cycnoches, you kind of think of Retzovitzii. So kind of like banana Laffy Taffy, I would say. But all of the scent is very, very, very light And you have to be right up on the bloom to smell it. So I am going to leave this video right here. Have any comments, questions, feel free to ask. I would appreciate any subscribers, any likes, all of that. So until next time, goodbye.